Well, India have created history in shooting as Manu Bhaker and Sarabjot Singh have won the country's second medal in the 10-meter air pistol mixed team event. And what a day it is for India, because Manu Bhaker has become the first woman, or in fact I should say the first Indian to win 2 medals in the same edition of the Olympics.
Definitely seemed to be a great day for Manu Bhaker. After the first event, it was clearly on her face, it was visible that she is still not done with, at times you can sort of get distracted after you have won your first Olympic medal, but after she won that individual event, you could see it on her face. She was again and again repeating it that day also, that I have still more events to come. And Gulati sir, I must remind you, this is not the last time we have seen Manu Bhaker. There is another event in which we will be seeing Manu Bhaker, and it could be now very well be a realistic thing to believe this, that maybe that Manu Bhaker returns home with 3 medals itself. 2 medals she has confirmed, 2 bronze medals. You can look at her face. Sarabjot Singh, in between, you could see that there was some nerves, but on the other hand, it was Manu Bhaker who kept her calm. You could see, I was talking about this that day also, when you have won 1 medal, you know how to perform on the biggest stage, and Korea wasn't anywhere near. One person in their team was also gold medalist in the individual event. She also couldn't surpass Manu Bhaker. Manu Bhaker has shown her dominance and a strong Korean side, I would say. I feel that Koreans started as favorites in this, going in this event, but Sarabjot and Manu Bhaker have come on top and created history today.
Well, I think it's basically a case of redemption being well and truly complete for both Manu and Sarabjot here. And let's start with Sarabjot. Let's just go back a few days wherein Sarabjot just came within a whisker of qualifying for the individual event for the finals, and that's where he finished 9 and couldn't really make the cut for the final 8, and that was primarily because his inner 10s were just 1 less in comparison to the one who finished at number 8. But for him now, he has basically stepped up as and when it mattered the most, and he has won that historic medal for India. And in case of Manu Bhaker, yes, she won that bronze medal for India a couple of days ago. But when we go back to the previous Olympics, let's just remind that event wherein her equipment wasn't really working, wasn't really functioning at her best. She couldn't really get the job, and it was very unfortunate for her. But then when you look at Manu now, 2 medals in the same edition, as we say, redemption is well and truly complete. Now, if we look at the scores at how things really panned out in this, the Koreans started really well, when they won the first series here, but then it was completely India from then. Because what it really matters in any sport is that you gain that early advantage, and that's what India really did. They won 4 series on the trot, and that really gave India the advantage, which is something that the Koreans couldn't really overcome them. And that's where, if you see that early advantage or those early points in those crucial series, was the best for India, that basically propelled them to a win, which was very comprehensive. India won 16 and 10, and let me remind our viewers about the nature, or basically how this event functions. That the first to get to 16 points in this mixed team event basically goes on to win.
And I remember after the last time she won I remember 2020 Olympics, what her emotions were. She was full of emotions during that Olympics. In the previous, after winning the previous game, one thing that I still remember what she said was that after the 2020 Olympics, she did not want to continue shooting. She wanted to just go abroad and start her studying. But her coach, Jaspal Rana, has a very big role in this. He told her that if I was in your place, I would have given everything to the sport, and you are one of the best shooters, not just in India but in the world. And that is what Manu Bhaker exactly did. She gave 4 more years, and truly redemption. There was this buzz around her. She was one of the medal contenders, but nobody was expecting 2 bronze. So she has just outperformed everyone, and absolutely dominance. This just clearly shows that even Korea, one of the best sides in this event, I feel, starting off favorites, still you dominated them just by clearly being calm and composed.
I think this is something that we have seen for India in the previous Olympics also, that whenever the country has gone on to win maybe 4 medals, 5 medals or 7 medals, obviously, the point here has always been that the shooting and the archery thing wasn't really stepping up to the plate, which could have probably propelled India to that double figure tally in Olympics. Well, can in Paris, can in Paris India really dare to dream? I think it's rightly so. But once again, if we just go back to the way how game really panned out, in case of Sarabjot, if we see, there were a few moments wherein, he couldn't really get his, shots weren't that up to the mark. Like his opening shot was 8.6, then in the middle also, he hit a couple of 9-pointers around 9.4, 9.5. But in case of Manu, the consistency was like very, very much there. 10.2, 10.7, 10.4 for that matter. There's only like a couple of shots wherein I can see that the scores were 8.3 or 9.6, and that's what I think the team event is pretty much all about.
And Sarabjot, at points you could clearly see that he was getting a little nervous. You saw the Indian coach coming and sort of rubbing Sarabjot's hand, just calming him a little, calming him down a little. But Manu Bhaker, clearly, it didn't even look like it was a bronze medal match. It was feeling like she was just practicing in her backyard here. She was very clear. She just ran through with the event, and I think the clear star of this Olympics. I know it could be really early, but I think the one name that is going to be remembered by all the Indians for many years to come is Manu Bhaker. And we should also remember, just her second Olympics, 22 years of age. How bright is the Indian shooters' future, and India in general in world sports?
I think a lot of credit has to go to the coaches, or maybe the relevant stakeholders who take notice of such kind of talents from the very young age. And that's what I think that's the kind of spark that was obviously witnessed in Manu Bhaker also. But if you just go back to that interview of Manu Bhaker when she won her first bronze medal here, one point that really caught my attention was that I get all that confidence or the courage by reading Bhagavad Gita.
Exactly.
I think it's really, it may or may not sound that big kind of a quote, but then I think it's all about the fact that how you can really stick to the basics. Step up when it really matters, and obviously what are the things that really help you. It may not be anything that you have to do something fancy, but it's basically about sticking to the basics.
And that's exactly what she's in, being consistent, being what she is. And you can still see it on her face that she is not satisfied yet. There's much more to achieve for her. She has said it again and again that the ultimate goal is to win the Olympic gold medal, and I'm pretty sure that going ahead she would be one of the people who would get that gold home someday, definitely. And since yesterday, I think it's been a great day for India. Yesterday was a sort of a disappointment in many events, but as the day came to an end, you got Manika Batra, who created history first. Lakshya Sen also. Now it's his game is tomorrow, if I'm not wrong, against Christian. It's straight away a knockout. If he wins, he also qualifies.
And why Shashwat says this is because Lakshya Singh's win over his first round opponent was really cancelled or deleted because his opponent had to be ruled out due to an injury, so that win would not really count, which makes Lakshya Sen's match against Christie a must win for him. And
going ahead also, before when we were making the predictions, Lakshya Sen is really lower ranked as in comparison to a Christie, but the way Indians have performed in the Olympics, even yesterday Manika Batra beat an 18 ranked player when she is 28. Here Manu Bhaker, Sarabjot beating the better opponent. So India have definitely dreamt here, and the standings haven't really mattered. They have always outperformed, and they have done just phenomenally well.
Yeah, Pawan, I think let's just have a few fan comments also, because this is a moment wherein we would really like to hear from all of them too.
Definitely.
I think it's once again been a great moment for India. So now that makes India's tally to 2, because Manu Bhaker won the first bronze medal. She opened India's account, and now it's Manu and Sarabjot who have won another bronze medal, and that in the mixed team event. So let's just say, take the comment of Sridhar Savaikar, Manu nerves of steel.
Definitely.
Hands down, I think there's nothing better that you could have said here. Brilliant comment. KD says that Manu Bhaker, what a class act. Obviously she is. She will definitely win another medal for India in the 20-meter air pistol. Well, it can really happen. Yeah. Let's keep our fingers crossed. Rajeshwar Shukla also has a comment that Manu made up for what Sarabjot Paji's bit of nervousness. Obviously, it was on display in few of the points wherein Sarabjit couldn't really hit the required mark, which could have enhanced India's points. But it's normal to get nervous at Olympics. Obviously, it's once in a lifetime event, and you don't really get those many shots at winning a medal, and obviously it's history created for India. Then Sport Warriors says that nice live guys. Thank you so much. Shashwat, there's some love for you also.
Thank you so much.
Ashish Ranjan, do you think we can equal our Tokyo Olympics?
Definitely. Now I definitely feel so, because we started off with predicting just 6 medals. I still remember when we did our live here just before the Olympics, and at that point we were just counting 1 medal from the shooters. But to see that we have gotten 2 medals, and yesterday there could have been a 3rd medal if Arjun Babuta, just by those decimal
just
points,
by a whisker,
wouldn't have missed that medal. Unfortunate for him, but definitely a historic day for India.
Yeah, so Ashish Ranjan, I think I would make a bold prediction. I think India can surpass that tally.
Yeah, definitely.
I really feel that India can really go past that tally, because now it really gives them a good chance, because we still know that there is Lakshya Sen who is to coming up. He's obviously a dark horse. Then there is Satvik Sairaj, Ranki Reddy and Chirag Shetty, who are obviously a bright medal prospects. Neeraj is yet to play. Sindhu, we all know she is a big match player.
Yeah.
So yes, there is a good chance for India. Then I think there's one more comment of Shaw. Lakshya is Olympics material. That he definitely is. Lakshya Sen. Obviously, he's obviously ranked number 18, coming into the Olympics. But then the kind of talent and the temperament that he has shown against those bigger opponents, or against those, more fancied opponents, I think Lakshya Sen can really do it. I think Sarat Chandra, any more shooting medal prospects? Well, I think Shashwat told you about.
Yeah, 25 meter. Manu Bhaker is in the 25 meters also, and I think that is one medal prospect we have today. We have the traps qualification also. Even though in the men's competition we were 30th as far as yesterday was concerned, today it's day 2. Maybe we can make a comeback, but the problem over there is just a little bit difficulty is that just the top 6 shooters would qualify for the finals. In the female section, that's day 1 today, so it's still to be seen how do the shooters over there perform, and moving ahead, do they qualify for the final or not. But today many other events also, you have Satvik Sairaj and Chirag Shetty playing. It's a dead rubber game, because they have anyways qualified for the quarterfinals. We have Ashwini Ponappa and Tanisha Carasto, who will be who I think it's really difficult for them to go forward, but definitely it's a great start to the day. And moving ahead, I think it's just the 2nd medal. I think there are many more medals to come.
Yeah, okay. Pawan, I think, can we scroll up and see if there are any more comments that we can have? Maybe Anju Madan has a comment. What do you think? What do you guys think about Nikhat Zareen? How difficult is it going to be for her, because she didn't even got seeding, and her next match is with Chinese boxer. I think with Nikhat, obviously we have seen the temperament of the performances that she has shown in the World Boxing Championships and the events preceding to the Olympics. I think it's pretty much fair to say that we can expect some kind of great performance from her, or maybe those temperamental performances wherein she can at least push for a medal. It's not going to be easy, but that is, I think, Olympics, because it is, as we say, it's a funny event, or it's a mega event, as they say, in a funny way. If anything can happen on the given day.
And just a beginning, we have boxers today. We have Amit Pangal in the round of 16 today, Preeti Pawar in the round of 16 today. If they end up winning the game, they would be moving ahead. They would be just one step away from a medal, because in boxing, as soon as you go to the semi-final, then it's just the semi-final and the final. So if they win today, they'll go into the quarter-final. So definitely a great start, I feel, and many more medals to come. It's just the beginning. It's just day 4 today.
And obviously, India are going to face, in the archery also, there are 2 individual rounds, men's and women's. India's men's and the women's team in archery haven't really done well, but overall I think we can expect those good performances from them, or maybe in their case also the redemption can well and truly be complete if they can really make sure that they make those necessary course corrections. I think that's pretty much about it for now. Maybe Akash Bharti has one more comment, the last comment that we can take. 1 medal in hockey, is it possible? I think it's a very tough road for India. India won their opening game against New Zealand. They couldn't really get that much needed win against Argentina. It was a 1-1 draw. So India have 3 more games remaining.
Today India is playing Ireland today. If they win that, there are chances of them finishing 3rd, so that would help when they move ahead in the quarterfinal as far as the seedings are concerned. And if you're joining us just right now, the latest breaking is that Manu Bhaker, Sarabjot Singh have won the 2nd medal for India. It's the bronze medal. It was against the Korea going into the competition were sort of the favorites here, but Manu Bhaker, nerve of steel. Even though Sarabjot sort of had a few nervous moments, Manu Bhaker definitely made up for her teammate and took India to a convincing victory in this bronze bronze medal match. There are still a lot many events left today. There would be many updates as far as the Manu Bhaker's event is concerned, and a lot more action still left on day 4.
So Shikamaru has a comment schedule, please. Well, I would recommend you to watch a video that Shashwat has done. He always does that next day schedule video, and it is actually published on our video channel. You can check it out there. So I think that's pretty much about it. Thank you for joining us in this live. Don't forget to subscribe to Sports Today for some exciting content on different sports. We also have our 2 reporters, Nikhil Naz and Rahul Rawat, who are going to bring those exciting or those colored stories from Paris. They are going to give us those live updates from the ground zero, and overall we'll be joining you for those lives or for those colored stories from here also. Until then, it's from Shashwat, myself Siddharth Gulati, and my producer Pawan. It's goodbye.
Bye.